Picture the moment you swing your legs over the side of the bed, and instead of that familiar spring in your step, you feel a dull, balloon-like heaviness wrapping your ankles. Overnight, your feet have puffed up like rising dough, the skin shiny, the seams of yesterday's socks traced like ghostly rings. You try to wiggle your toes, but they protest, stiff and sluggish. In that instant, 1,000 tiny inconveniences race through your mind. The staircase you climb to your office, the shoes that suddenly pinch, the afternoon walk you promised your grandson. Swollen legs are more than a cosmetic nuisance. They steal momentum from everyday life, turning simple motions into mini marathons. If that description feels uncomfortably familiar, stay with me, because relief is not only possible, it is inside your kitchen right now. Imagine carrying 2 small watermelons strapped to your calves all day. That's what chronic fluid retention can feel like. Gravity tugging extra liters of water downward, stretching tissue that was never meant to hold it. The medical term is peripheral edema, and while it can signal heart, liver, or kidney distress, most of the time it sprouts from diet and lifestyle choices we never meant to make. Processed food, hidden salt, long hours of sitting, and yes, the sugary snacks that whisper comfort after stressful meetings, all quietly sabotage the microscopic pumps that keep your blood and lymph moving back toward your heart. The result? Ankles balloon, socks imprint, and the heavy boot syndrome settles in long before dinner. Understanding those pumps is step 1 in shrinking the watermelons. Inside every muscle fiber, my muscle fiber, from your quadriceps to the tiniest capillary lining, sits a fleet of molecular engines called sodium-potassium ATPase pumps. Think of them as diligent custodians that haul excess sodium out of the cell and usher potassium back in, a brilliant exchange that maintains electrical charge and, importantly, fluid equilibrium. When sodium piles up unchecked, water follows like an eager sidekick, flooding tissues, stretching vessels, and overwhelming the lymphatic drainage crew. Potassium usually balances the seesaw, but modern diets provide only a fraction of the 4,700 milligrams nature intended, while salt and added sugars pour in by bucketful. The pumps sputter, fluid stalls, and your lower legs become involuntary reservoirs. The great news? 3 overlooked nutrients can flip the switch and restart that cellular plumbing within days. Before we unveil those nutrients, do me a quick favor. Scroll down to the comments and type the city you're watching from. I love mapping our global health family. While you're there, tap subscribe and ring that little bell so these science-backed fixes land straight in your feed every week. All set? Great. Now wrap your hands around a steaming mug of your favorite herbal tea, prop those feet on a cushion, and let's journey through the causes and cures of stubborn leg swelling. We'll cover the blood sugar booby traps, the mineral earthquake happening inside your cells, and the vitamin most doctors forget to test. Stick around to the end, because I'll hand you a simple nightly routine that many viewers say deflated their ankles in 72 hours. Let's confront the elephant in the pantry first. Refined sugar. Each spoonful of sweetener you swirl into coffee, every hidden syrup in commercial salad dressing, floods your bloodstream with glucose. To corral that sugar, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that doubles as a sodium hoarder. Insulin signals the kidneys to reabsorb salt, and salt, in turn, drags water into your vascular system like a magnet. Within hours, capillaries leak plasma into surrounding tissue, and your once nimble ankles resemble inflatable cuffs. That swelling isn't just uncomfortable, it increases diffusion distance for oxygen, starving muscles, and nerves. Worse, high glucose sticks to proteins in a process called glycation, turning flexible vessels into brittle pipes. Cutting sugar is therefore not vanity, it's an act of vascular rescue. You might wonder, if sugar is the villain, why does my cardio-loving neighbor with a sweet tooth still rock slim ankles? The answer lies partly in genetics, but mostly in micronutrients. Some people inadvertently get enough of certain minerals and vitamins to buffer sugar's tidal wave. For the rest of us, shortages in 3 specific nutrients cause the sodium-potassium pumps to fold their arms and go on strike. Picture a city grid where all traffic lights suddenly blink amber. Chaos, gridlock, honking horns of inflammation. Reinstall the missing parts and order returns. Let's dive into the first replacement part, potassium, the unsung hero of cardiovascular harmony. Potassium doesn't enjoy the glamorous press of calcium or iron, yet nothing moves fluid inside your body without it. It's the primary positive ion inside cells, a gentle giant that keeps electrical signals humming and muscle fibers coordinated. When potassium intake drops below 3,500 milligrams, cells swell like overwatered sponges because sodium has nobody to swap places with. That means ankles balloon, blood pressure climbs, and the risk of stroke nudges upward. Fortunately, Mother Nature hid potassium in foods that taste like treats. One creamy avocado supplies nearly 1,000 milligrams. A cup of cooked beet greens offers even more. And half a papaya delivers a sweet 390 milligrams with a dose of anti-inflammatory carotenoids. Build your plate around these treasures and the pumps start to purr again. But wait, you say, I'm ready to eat a banana every morning. Bananas are wonderful, yet one fruit covers only 6% of your daily needs. To truly flood your cells with potassium without spiking sugar, aim for a rainbow. Roasted butternut squash cubes tossed with olive oil, steamed edamame sprinkled with seaweed flakes, lentil soup laced with tomato puree and spinach, even unsweetened coconut water in your post-walk bottle. If you track your meals for a week, you'll likely discover you're hovering at half the required intake. Consider that your first actionable challenge. Push potassium past 4,700 milligrams for 7 consecutive days and feel the difference in your shoelaces. Now meet potassium's indispensable teammate, magnesium. If potassium is the key that fits the pump, magnesium is the hand that turns the key. This mineral activates over 300 enzymes, including the very ATPase that powers fluid exchange. When magnesium levels sink, muscles cramp, nerves misfire, and the sodium-potassium pump loses its energy supply. Adults need roughly 420 milligrams daily, yet surveys show 75% of us miss the mark. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, and dark leafy greens are magnesium goldmines. Try sprinkling 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds over morning oatmeal. That's 150 milligrams right there. Combine that with a spinach berry smoothie and grilled salmon for dinner, and you're treating your circulatory system to a spa day it desperately craves. Some viewers ask whether supplement powders are safe. The answer is yes, if they're free of added sugars and artificial dyes. Choose electrolyte blends listing potassium citrate, magnesium glycinate, and 0 grams of sweetener. Dissolve a scoop in water after mild exercise, and you simultaneously replenish minerals and encourage hydration, a double punch against swelling. Just remember, powders should complement, not replace, whole foods. Nature packages micronutrients with phytochemicals and fiber that laboratory formulations cannot mimic. Plus, chewing sends satiety signals to your brain, helping you avoid midnight raids on the cookie jar. The third nutrient in our swelling demolition squad is vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Most people associate B vitamins with energy, but thiamine's resume includes acting as a biochemical traffic cop, steering carbohydrates into the citric acid cycle where they burn cleanly for fuel. Without enough thiamine, glucose piles up like uncollected trash, fueling glycation and oxidative stress that damage capillary walls. The result? Leaky vessels and, you guessed it, puffy legs. Thiamine also supports nerve integrity, meaning adequate levels can soothe the tingling or burning sometimes accompanying edema. Pork loin, trout, sunflower seeds, and black beans brim with thiamine. And because vitamin B1 is water-soluble, your body welcomes it at every meal without fear of overdose. If you're following a low-meat or vegetarian diet, pay extra attention to thiamine. Soaking and sprouting legumes boost their vitamin availability, while nutritional yeast flakes deliver a savory, cheese-like flavor along with a thiamine windfall. A tablespoon stirred into mashed cauliflower not only replaces buttery calories, but gives you 5 milligrams of B1, several times the daily requirement. Reducing alcohol also matters because alcohol depletes thiamine stores faster than any other common substance. Swap that nightly beer for a glass of cucumber mint-infused water and watch both swelling and morning grogginess fade. Let's pause for a quick visualization. Imagine your lower legs are a skyscraper with countless office workers. Potassium operates the elevators, magnesium keeps the electricity flowing, and thiamine manages the cleaning staff that hauls away trash. Remove any one of them and the building falls into chaos. Hallways flood, lights flicker, garbage piles up. Restore all three, and productivity returns overnight. That's exactly how your physiology responds. Within 48 hours of boosting intake, most viewers report softer skin over the shins, looser socks, and a lightness when climbing stairs. Give it a week, and anklet imprints vanish like footprints on wet sand. Of course, nutrition works best when paired with smart lifestyle tweaks. Sitting for 8 straight hours compresses the venous valves in your calves, trapping blood that gravity drags downward. Set a timer to stand and stretch every 60 minutes. March in place for 60 seconds, flex your ankles 30 times, or perform seated calf raises while reading reports. Each contraction acts like a second heart, propelling blood northward and forcing lymph fluid back through one-way valves. Elevating your feet above hip level for 15 minutes after work further encourages drainage. Add a gentle foot massage with a dab of magnesium oil for a spa-quality finale. Another culprit we rarely discuss is sodium hiding in health foods. A single bowl of canned tomato soup can harbor 800 milligrams of salt, more than some fast food burgers. Read labels, choose low-sodium broths, and season with herbs, citrus zest, and smoked paprika instead of the salt shaker. Remember, the delicate pump we're repairing depends on a low-sodium, high-potassium environment. Think of it as adjusting the water pressure in a garden hose. Too much sodium means the hose bulges and leaks. Balance the minerals, and the stream flows smoothly without soaking your shoes. If you've ever wondered why your legs swell more in summer, heat dilates blood vessels, increasing their permeability. Combine warmth with dehydration from sweating, and fluid escapes into soft tissue like a faucet left running. Counteract this with strategic hydration. Start your morning with a tall glass of water infused with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of sea salt to replace electrolytes. Carry a reusable bottle whether you're commuting or gardening, and aim for clear to pale yellow urine, your body's built-in hydration meter. Every sip helps thin blood, making it easier for your heart to push fluid upstream where it belongs. While we're on circulation, don't underestimate the power of structured breathing. Deep diaphragmatic breaths gently compress the thoracic duct, the main highway of the lymphatic system, propelling waste fluid toward the bloodstream for filtration. Try this right now. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts, expanding your belly rather than your chest. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale through pursed lips for 6 counts. Repeat 10 times. Many followers tell me their legs feel warmer afterward, a sign of heightened blood flow. Integrating this breathing drill before bed can amplify the overnight repair your circulation naturally performs. Let me share Olivia's story. She's a retired school teacher from Perth who emailed me a month ago, distraught that her favorite sandals left angry welts by noon. Olivia committed to the 3-nutrient protocol: avocado and beet greens smoothie for breakfast, quinoa salad with pumpkin seeds and grilled trout for lunch, black bean chili for dinner, plus 2 daily electrolyte drinks. She paired that with hourly ankle circles during crossword breaks and legs up the wall pose while watching her beloved crime series. Day 3, sandals slid on comfortably. Day 7, her wedding ring felt looser because systemic inflammation had dropped. If Olivia, at 64 and arthritic, can deflate long-standing edema, imagine what you can achieve. Now you may ask, do I need expensive supplements? Not necessarily, food first, always. But if laboratory tests reveal low magnesium or thiamine, a quality physician-approved supplement fills gaps swiftly. Look for magnesium glycinate or citrate forms that absorb readily. For thiamine, consider benfotiamine, a fat-soluble variant shown to combat glycation more aggressively than standard B1. Consult your healthcare provider before starting any new regimen, especially if you take diuretics, blood pressure medication, or have renal disease, as electrolyte balance requires careful monitoring. Sleep also counts. During deep stages, your body shifts fluid from extracellular tissue into the lymphatic network for overnight disposal. Aim for 7 to 9 hours in a dark, cool room. Elevate the foot of your mattress by a couple of inches, or tuck a pillow under your calves to harness gravity while you dream. And remember, caffeine after 2 p.m. steals slow-wave sleep, sabotaging this nightly detox. Swap late coffee for golden turmeric milk fortified with magnesium-rich almond flour and thiamine-boosting nutritional yeast, an anti-inflammatory lullaby. We must address the mental side too. Chronic stress triggers cortisol, a hormone that not only raises blood sugar, but instructs your body to cling to sodium and water as if rationing supplies for an emergency. Daily meditation, laughter, and even 5 minutes of journaling can muzzle cortisol's fluid-hoarding impulse. The next time a tense email arrives, pause, plant both feet on the ground, inhale deeply, and remind yourself that a calm mind is as vital to slim ankles as any nutrient. By now you realize swollen legs are not inevitable signs of aging. They are SOS messages announcing missing pieces in your biochemical puzzle. Potassium drains the flood, magnesium empowers the pumps, and thiamine prevents sugar from poisoning the pipes. Remove excess salt and refined carbs, move periodically, breathe consciously, sleep deeply, and you've built an environment where fluid behaves, blood pressure steadies, and your reflection in the mirror regains lightness. Let's craft a simple daily blueprint. Breakfast, avocado spinach smoothie with unsweetened coconut water and a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. Mid-morning, stretch break with calf raises and 8 ounces electrolyte water. Lunch, lentil beet salad showered with sunflower seeds, apple cider vinegar dressing, and a side of watermelon cubes. Afternoon, breathing drill plus a handful of almonds. Dinner, salmon baked with lemon and dill, quinoa pilaf dotted with edamame, sautéed Swiss chard. Dessert, chilled papaya slices. Before bed, legs elevated, magnesium oil massage, 10 deep breaths. Repeat 5 days and measure ankle circumference. You'll need a shorter tape. I can almost hear skeptics muttering, "Sounds great, but I work 12-hour shifts." Fair point. In that case, prep smoothies in mason jars the night before. Keep roasted nuts at your desk. Set phone alerts for stretch breaks, and use compression socks. That's an evidence-based shortcut proven to reduce occupational edema. Remember, progress beats perfection. Every extra swallow of potassium, every magnesium-rich bite, every minute away from your chair chips at the dam holding fluid hostage. If money is tight, prioritize high-potassium produce that costs pennies. Baked russet potatoes, leave the skin on. Steamed kale, diced tomatoes, navy beans. Buy sunflower seeds in bulk. Keep canned salmon and sardines for thiamine and magnesium. With strategic shopping, the 3-nutrient protocol can cost less than a latte a day, far cheaper than diuretics or compression garments. Parents and grandparents involve kids in this mission. Ask them to help blend the Captain Potassium smoothie, a playful way to teach mineral literacy early. When children witness you nurturing your health, they absorb habits that may spare them chronic illness. Picture the legacy, a family tree with stronger roots, healthier branches, and ankles that never swell through generations. As we near the finish line, visualize tomorrow morning. You lace up sneakers effortlessly, stride down the driveway without that lead weight drag, and realize the ache behind your knees has dwindled. Each step is lighter, springier, a silent applause from the trillions of cells that finally have the minerals they crave. That is the payoff I promise if you commit to this protocol. Still here? Excellent. Drop I'm in the comments if you're ready to start the 3-day deflation challenge. Share your day 1 ankle measurement and circle back after 72 hours. Community accountability amplifies success. Olivia can vouch for that. And if you know someone who hides swollen feet behind loose slacks, forward this video as a gift of comfort and confidence. Speaking of gifts, every week I host a live Q&A tackling viewer questions on circulation, nerve pain, and healthy aging. Subscribe and enable notifications so YouTube nudges you when we go live. Bring your most stubborn health puzzles. Odds are the answer involves a nutrient deficiency we can correct together. Thank you for trusting me with your time and wellness. You have the knowledge, the menu, and the daily routine. All that remains is action. Stand up, roll your shoulders, and feel gratitude stir inside. Because the path to lighter, happier legs begins now, not tomorrow. Until we meet again, keep moving, keep nourishing, and keep believing in the remarkable design of your body.